for ditching the cheap hotel that my sister-in-law surprised us with and paid for to stay at a better one. I guess it also depends on the context, because just right off the bat, did the sister-in-law ask them, like, did they ask the sister-in-law to pay for it? Or did she just offer?
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay. So this all happened over last weekend, but tensions are still high and the situation remains very hostile. Oh my God. In essence, my sister-in-law, 30 female, very kindly invited me, 25 female, and my fiance, 26 male, on a surprise weekend getaway with her family. We recently got engaged last month. It says yay. Congratulations to them. And she said she wanted to treat us to a surprise trip with her family. Okay. So already we know that the sister-in-law, it's a surprise. She already paid for it without even consulting them.
Right.
We were both very excited to join them and spend time with their super cute toddler who's only 3. The issue starts at the hotel check-in. Both me and my fiance are aware that his sister tends to be very frugal, but we've never commented on it since they are not well off financially. However, the hotel that she surprised us with ended up being a 1-star motel in a notoriously dangerous area. No. Upon entering our room, my fiance and I were shocked to find how dirty and disgusting the conditions were. Examples were fresh stains on sheets, clumps of hair in the shower drain, a dead cockroach in the corner. My fiance went out around 10 p.m. to get us ice, and he ended up being solicited by 2 prostitutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I also went down around 10:30 p.m. to ask for more towels from the lobby, and I was catcalled and leered at by 2 very sketchy men.
Oh boy.
In fact, one even tried following me until he saw that I was walking to the lobby. Finally, around 10 p.m., I told my fiance that I did not feel happy nor safe staying in the motel. No.
No.
I would not either. I would not feel safe. I asked him if he wanted to relocate to another hotel. He agreed and apologized for the conditions, but initially said we should just tough it out for 2 nights. No. If a place is like that already, there's probably bed bugs.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
No.
I am not. Check everything. I would not sleep there. But after I told him I was catcalled and followed, he agreed with me and he said that we should leave. And so we got an Uber and left to a nearby Hilton. I sent a text in our group chat around midnight, letting them know that we felt a bit unsafe and uncomfortable at the hotel due to some encounters and harassment, and had decided to stay at another hotel. I thanked them and apologized profusely. I asked my fiance if we should offer to move them to the new hotel with us, but he said no. What's up, guys? Oh my God, sorry, my cats are fighting.
I heard.
Yeah. Shit. Damn cats. Hold on. I asked my fiance if we should move them to the new hotel with us, but he said no because he believed his sister would feel insulted. My fiance separately Venmo'd her $200 to cover the cost of the motel, even though it was only $40 a night. The next morning, I wake up at 8 a.m. to a text from my sister-in-law, basically saying that we're deeply hurt and offended by my actions and to call them as soon as possible. We ended up meeting them back at the motel, and she and her husband completely blew up at us. She called us ungrateful and classist, even going so far as to directly call me high maintenance. No. To feel safe? That's not high maintenance.
No, ma'am.
No. And they even paid back for the room that they didn't have to do.
Right.
And they even oh my God, the wife even
suggested
to have them moved over there. She told us that she spent $100 on our accommodations, which was all that she could afford, and we threw it in her face. I went into the conversation very apologetic, but once she started insulting us, I told her off as well. We ended up parting ways and have not spoken to each other since, except for a text from the sister-in-law saying she wants a genuine apology from us. I don't believe I owe her any more apologies. Am I the asshole?
Not the asshole, sorry.
Not the asshole. I don't believe that they are an asshole. No, she felt very unsafe. Very unsafe. And the fact that they paid them and they offered, well, not offered, they were going to offer to move them to the new hotel, but that's not their fault that the sister-in-law how should I say it? It's not jealousy. I feel like it's because she's upset because they had maybe more money to be able to do that. And
what do we call that? Is that reflecting?
Yeah, deflecting.
Yeah, deflecting.
No, is it deflecting?
Don't get us going, sis.
I have no idea what the word is, but I know what you mean. It's where they're. Oh my god, my brain. But yeah, I know what you mean though. I don't think that she was the asshole in the situation.
Not at all.
If anything, the sister-in-law was the asshole.
Oh yeah,
in the situation. Yes.
But okay, so can we put ourselves in the sister-in-law's shoes?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Go.
I would probably feel a little bit upset, honestly, but for the reasons exactly what you said, because I wasn't able to afford something better.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I would get upset too, but I also, knowing me, myself, I would have never put my family or anybody in that kind of situation.
No, honey.
No. I would have found an Airbnb, something cheaper.
Or we could all stay at. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been a lot better, yeah.
Yeah, because I would much rather stay all together as a family where I know we're safe than in a motel where we're all separated and it's not. So I've been in sketchy situations like that, and that's not okay.
Oh, I have too.
That's not okay. I just read the title for the next one. I should be laughing. That's so nice.
I love this one. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that no one cares about her child? That sounds like me, honey. Lord. My wife, Emily, gave birth to our lovely daughter 5 months ago, and she is just a joy. My niece 10, Sophia, is a pretty successful child model. Since the age of 2, she has been on billboards, commercials, clothing advertisements, etc. She's done work for many well-known brands, and her career seems to blossom. My sister Nina is very proud, understandably, of her daughter. Every time Sophia books a gig, Nina immediately texts the entire family about her daughter. She'll suddenly brag to us about how successful her daughter is and how she's paying for the water bill at 10 years. Or how Sophia is the true star of the family. It can be annoying, but it's harmless for the most part. Since Emily and I gave birth, Nina has been making passive-aggressive comments about our daughter's looks. For example, when we first shared a picture of our newborn daughter in the family group, Nina replied with, "Oh, she's beautiful, but not as pretty as Sophia." Oh, God. Or when my when my mother made an offhand comment about how she's already resembles my wife. Nina said, yeah, they share the same unique, quote, unique features. She's not saying unique in a kind way. These are only a few examples. For the most part, I've been able to brush these off. It's not worth starting a big fight. Nina and Sophia came over last weekend now. I've been a bit distant from Nina since my wife had not set right with me. However, I thought to extend an olive branch since she really wanted to see our daughter. We had chocolate cake for dessert. Sophia told us that she couldn't eat it because her mother, Nina, said that chocolate and refined sugars will give her pimples. Emily reassured her that it was nothing to worry about, and Nina immediately interjected and said, "Oh, she does. Because look at you, Emily." Oh, no. I was stunned. I was stunned. However, Emily gave me a look that told me to drop it. So I did. I hope that was the only backhanded comment of the afternoon. Nina spent the entire lunch talking about Sophia. She kept saying that Sophia was destined to be a star from birth, or that Nina was the better grandchild. The entire afternoon was uncomfortable, with Nina bragging about Sophia's accomplishment and Sophia and I awkwardly following along. Emily mentioned how our daughter is beginning to sit up. Nina cuts in saying how our daughter could easily book a role, but her downside is that she's just an ugly baby. Oh, God.
That's not nice.
When we looked at her shock, she complained that her daughter looked much better at that. She said she complained that, I don't know. She complained that her daughter looked much better at that age and was already primed to be a star. Maybe I was extremely sleep deprived, but I yelled at Nina that I couldn't care less about Sophia, and I wanted to enjoy this meal in peace. Nina was offended and left in a hurry. After cursing my wife and my child out, Emily says that I probably shouldn't have said that in front of Sophia. Am I the asshole?
No. No. I mean, they shouldn't have said it in front of the child because that's not the child's fault that their parent is that way.
Right.
You know, that's not their fault. You can't blame the child for that. But no, I don't think they were an asshole.
Me
the mother
neither.
was just awful.
I feel like a
Mother was
lot
an
of these
asshole.
yeah. I feel like a lot of these are like they're not assholes, but they could have went about the conversations in a better way.
Am I the asshole for wearing Crocs at a wedding? I mean, it depends. Are they?
Do they have charms?
Heels?
Do they have charms?
They have Crocs that have heels on them now. I can't.
Shit.
Okay.
Jail. Fucking jail.
Okay. My sister and her now husband had their wedding in the Lake District in the UK. It's so beautiful here. They had a lovely outdoor wedding. It was very intimate and only included family and friends because they wanted to go all out and make a mini holiday of it. We all arrived Wednesday morning and are due to leave on Sunday so people can go to work. If you know the Lake District, there are lots of beautiful walks and scenic views. My family are quite seasoned runners and hikers, so my parents and I did a 12K trail run / hike of Low Rig. I hope I said that right. On Thursday, it wasn't my idea, more so my parents, but I run longer distances on the road, so I thought, how hard could it be? I also don't see my parents often and thought it would be nice to do something with them while they aren't preoccupied with work. It was rocky in some parts, and you have to be careful on your feet. I was not careful enough, and I had a bad fall and hurt my ankle. The only shoes I brought with me were my road trainers, trail trainers, and I hike in these anyways, and my wedding heels, 3 inches, and Crocs, since I wear them to travel in. Because I was feeling some pain on the day of the wedding, Friday, I brought them with me in case I needed them, and I ended up needing them, so I wore them during the wedding. For official photos, I wore the heels, but then would change into my Crocs when nothing too important was going on. My sister saw me in my Crocs while I was down and asked me why I wasn't in my heels. I explained that I had a bad fall when I was running and this was more comfortable and I didn't want to aggravate my ankle. She wasn't very happy and said I shouldn't have gone if it was too risky for me. I mean, it's kind of too late now, honey.
Right.
Hold on. I asked her what was the point of having the wedding in the lakes was if she didn't want any of us to take advantage of the trails. She said that wasn't the point and it was rude to show up in Crocs. I said that I really should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't want to distract her from her wedding. I didn't want to distract from her wedding. So
Right.
She should be grateful I'm here even in my Crocs. My sister and I aren't particularly close. My sister has been messaging families about my Crocs, and now I'm getting grief from wearing them at a formal event. And my aunts have been making snide remarks about how they knew I wasn't going to follow the dress code. Am I the asshole? I don't think they're an asshole at all.
Me neither.
No.
Here we go. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my parents with my likely mentally ill sister when even my friends are telling me I should help my sister? Okay. My sister Kinsey constantly steals things. I suspect she has kleptomania. I'm not a psychologist, and I know I'm not qualified to diagnose her with anything. But Kinsey does show a lot of signs. I really saw this firsthand when I moved back into her parents' home to quarantine with them. Kinsey would take small trinkets and other things she didn't need or really even seem to want from my room. For an example, a snow globe. And would become very defensive even if I wasn't directly accusing her of theft. Asking, have you seen, do you know where the object is? If something hadn't gone missing for a while, Kinsey would be on edge and become much more relaxed after something disappeared. Yeah. I have shared these observations with my parents, and they have directly seen / pointed out themselves. However, my parents are the type of people who are accepting, supportive of something until it is being exhibited by one of their kids. At which point they respond by trying to cover it up and pretend it's not there. Mental health issues and therapy are unfortunately among those things. They refuse to take Mackenzie to a psychologist or any... How old is this kid? That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Alright. To a psychologist of any kind or tried by behavioral therapy. Kinsey is stolen from other relatives at her school. And at her school. She's a kid. And my parents have been able to deny it before. But they can't anymore. As Kinsey recently got to some deep shit in the world after she was caught trying to steal from a jewelry store. Kinsey asked if she could try on a tennis bracelet. Kinsey waited until the clerk was distracted with another customer before slipping the bracelet into her bag and walking out with it. Kinsey got picked up by mall security. She tried telling them that she forgot she had the bracelet on and it somehow slid into her bag without her realizing it. Oh my god, classic. But they didn't believe her. My parents begged the store owner not to press charges. The store owner agreed not to. But only after my parents offered them twice the value of the bracelet that Kinsey stole in cash. Our parents called me because their solution is to have Kinsey live with me so I can have her in lockdown mode. So living in an empty room with none of her stuff and not being allowed to go anywhere except for summer school, and they hope it would scare Kinsey into not stealing anymore. They expect me to do this because they claim they're too busy to monitor themselves, and my work schedule happens to coincide with Kinsey's summer school schedule. I refused. They waited until Kinsey was 15 to address her issues with stealing. So they need to be the ones to deal with her and send her to therapy. I feel I'm entitled to having free time instead of revolving all my non-work time around monitoring this thieving little bitch. I mean, Kinsey. Some of my friends told me I should agree for Kinsey's sake because my parents may not be able to help her. But I could potentially improve Kinsey's life by the better, and they offer to visit me at my house. Am I the asshole for refusing?
That's so hard. That's a lot of responsibility. First of all, we don't know how old these people are.
Right.
And having to take time away, and the parents, honestly, should be the ones taking care of it. They
Absolutely.
need to step up and they need to get her help with a psychiatrist or some type of therapy to help her to see why she has these impulses that she can't seem to control to stealing things. I do kind of agree a little bit with their friends that they should have at least tried, to maybe help their parents to get their sister the help that she needs. But
yeah.
I don't think they're an asshole for refusing because
it's not their responsibility.
And it's not their responsibility to take care of, their sister. Now, if something happened to her parents and it's just her and her sister, then yes.
Yeah.
I would think, yeah. But I mean, in this situation, no.